Right, welcome back. Just like we told you, we have Jesutega Onokpasa. He's a lawyer joining us on Newsnight tonight, and Dr. Sam Amadi, also a lawyer, two lawyers to help us understand not just the legalities involved in this particular matter, but the wider implications of it. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us. Let's start with Jesutega Onokpasa. So much has been said about, courts of coordinate jurisdiction giving conflicting judgments or orders, if you like. But another question that's been asked is, if indeed we're fighting corruption in Nigeria, you would expect that all arms of government will, join hands to ensure that corruption is fought to a standstill. Now, when a high court grants the embattled former governor of Kogi State, his prayers restraining the EFCC from inviting, arresting, or prosecuting him over the instant charge against him. What do you make of that? What does that portend in itself?
Well, it's a court judgment. If a court has given a ruling, an order, you are unsatisfied, you are not, howsoever, not satisfied with it, you go and vacate the order. But you don't thump your nose at the court, and you say you are EFCC or whoever, and then you proceed to break the law by ignoring the court judgment. Even if the court that had given that order was a customary court, let's say even in Delta or Bayelsa, imagine how ridiculous it would be. That is, Yaya is not even in that jurisdiction. Maybe he stays in Yaya Bello, former governor Yaya Bello, he stays in Kogi or he stays in Abuja. Then it's even out of the jurisdiction. If it's a customary court, it's a court. It's a court. Otherwise, you will have bedlam in the jurisdiction. Now, you go, and then there are procedures. If, for instance, you feel that the court has acted ultra vires, that the judge has gone beyond his remit in law, that is, he has assumed jurisdiction where the court has no jurisdiction, well, your remedy is still to go on appeal. It's either you go back to the court, ask the court to vacate his order, or you go on appeal. That's all about that. If Yaya Bello, you see, this thing is all within the realm of speculation. There was this. It even seemed as if it's a home video that EFCC was acting.
Let me jump in there. It's just not EFCC making it look like home video. I think we have two parties here, the former governor Yaya Bello as well as the EFCC. And as you said, well, it looks like bedlam already with the former governor as evading arrest, now being declared wanted. Let's bring in Dr. Sam Amadi. Look at what's playing out. It looks so dirty and really discomforting. Paint a picture. What exactly? Because Ngozi started by saying that let's look at the legality plus even the morality and otherwise. These are some of the issues that we have to look at when we say we're fighting corruption. Some are asking, apart from what the courts have said and done, what does it say of a highly placed citizen not bringing himself before the law? Speak to us on that and more.
I think first, let's start with what the court said. Lawyers are so disposed to say, oh, whatever court order will be, and that's true. But at the same time, we should in the same breath say, why should some courts act so unjudicial? I mean, I don't understand why anybody should give an order at large, say somebody cannot be arrested, questioned, investigated. I mean, it's totally unjudicial. Because the freedom that the law gives you is freedom from protection. There's no harm against a citizen being investigated. So I think the judicial jurisprudence is so poor. If it's not mischief, it's just elementary lack of knowledge. I mean, so perpetually, just like the one they gave to Odele at a point. So perpetually, it shouldn't be quizzed. It shouldn't be, assuming they are able to commit a crime now, kill somebody, as ex-governor. The police is restrained from asking, inviting. I think there should be a judicial policy from the Supreme Court saying, in fact, it's something that someone should be sacked for misconduct. Why should they give, look, you can give an order restraining them from doing XYZ within a period of time and say return day, they should come and explain why they should do that in the next 2 days. But these orders are ridiculous, and it's not good for judicial, for legal profession, for us to emphasize obey customary order, obey kangaroo order because it's a judicial order. Yes, that's true. At the same time, in the same breath, it takes you to tango. There's the other side of dignity of the court, that judges themselves should not be used to make ridiculous orders against state institutions that have constitutional work to do. For example, nobody should make an order restraining police from inviting, investigating anybody. But that's really unconstitutional. Now, back to the point around Yaya Bello. I think it's really sad. Look, you should borrow a leaf from the royal brewer called Cubano High Priest. He said something very important. He said, when they invite you, go there. That's what Cubano said. He said, go there. The EFCC doesn't kill anybody. Look, this is a governor for 8 years who appointed Attorney General, who understands how the court works. He shouldn't be afraid of an indictment. There are many people who EFCC have indicted. A few of them have escaped, quashed and discharged and acquitted. Some are still on trial, but traveling, doing other things. Even some are still government officials who have cases in the FCC. I mean, in this government, there are plenty of them, including the Senate President himself has case. Several have cases. So it's actually, it tells a story of deep disorientation, and I mean, this is like a comical character who is now, and again, we must talk about the acting governor who lent himself, presumably, to an illegality.
No, the present governor.
Sorry,
the present
governor. The present governor, I'm sorry, not acting. The present governor who lent, used instrument of his immunity and take control. But the bigger scandal here is, I think we'll probably get to that. Why does the security forces work with, that time was EFCC, the military fighting? Why are they so disorganized? Why
it raises the issue of rivalry between
and it's also
the
a question
security
of corruption.
agencies, doesn't
look, corruption. We saw, when I was a advisor to the Senate President, we saw Chimaroke's police fighting with Ken Amani's police over protocol. I mean, so look at the story. The police security officers feel more obliged to their principal who pay them and give them kickbacks and kick front and everything than to the state. It's a deep-seated corruption in the police force that they don't serve the country, they serve the big men who parade them and who give them gifts and who feed them and not the state.
Unfortunately, like they say, he who pays the piper dictates the tone. Let's bring in Jesutega. The basic question that's been asked, I mean, why is it so difficult for Yaya Bello to save himself the embarrassment of being declared wanted by the EFCC? You've been invited to answer to questions. Doesn't mean you're guilty, you've been declared guilty, but it just says, look, we're giving you a chance to make a case for yourself. Why is he not showing up before the EFCC? Why is he on the run?
This is not on the run. As far as I am aware. I don't hold brief for Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello is my party man. I am very, very proud of him. I'm not going to throw him under the bus. He contributed to our success in the last election, and I stand with him. I don't know Yaya Bello. I don't even have Yaya Bello's number. Now, there is no proof. You don't even have any proof that Yaya Bello is on the run. Run from who? Yaya Bello is relying.
If it's not, he was declared wanted.
Beautiful.
Since yesterday.
He is relying. Ngozi is relying on a court judgment
that lapsed as at yesterday.
Oh well, according to you, I'm not even aware. I don't know if Yaya is aware. I'm not in contact with Yaya. Now, as at the time, EFCC went to act their drama in his. In front of his house, whether he was even there or not, I don't know. You see, all these things are within the realm of speculation. that a governor went there. Did you even see the governor there? Did you see the governor smuggle Yaya out of there? Good God. Nobody knows that. The EFCC just went there, mobilized, started basically shooting.
I'd like to ask you, were you there? Because your party also raised an issue on this. I'm talking about the Attorney General of the Federation, who is a party man. So are you saying he was lying to the nation? Sorry, a moment, let me land on this. Are you saying he was lying to the nation when he warned so clearly that no one should, obstruct, such
the Honorable
legal...
The Honorable Attorney General of the Federation is an officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is immaterial whether he's my party man or not. I don't even know if the Honorable Attorney General is even a member of my party, funny enough. So don't be too sure. That is also within the realm of speculation on your part. Let's not be speculating.
Let's be careful. This is a news broadcast for the entire world.
I don't know.
No one is speculative here, because that was why I asked a question. Were you at his Benghazi residence? Because you spoke so clearly and authoritatively. As if you were there when you asked some questions. Were you there?
So oh God, we can't be. Let's have a program, for God's sake.
We're having a program.
Do you know, as of fact, that Prince Lateef Fagbemi SAN is a member of my party? You don't know that.
That's not the issue right now. It's not about his membership of the party.
Member of my party.
Yeah.
Now, as an officer of the state, he has said that nobody should resist arrest. That's his remit as the Attorney General of the Federation. Now, there is a question of a court judgment that restrains people from arresting a particular person. Now, is it our expectation that the person placing reliance on that judgment ought to cooperate with those who are trying to break the law by ignoring the judgment? What is all this?
So, in other words, Jesutega, what you're saying is, having served the state for 8 years, and the EFCC believes that he has questions to answer, that he should not present himself to answer questions. Let me bring in Dr. Sam Amadi very quickly. I mean, people are already calling for the impeachment of the state governor, Usman Ododo, for impeding or stopping that arrest by the EFCC of the former governor. What do you make of that call?
I don't have an interest in impeachment. I mean, who's going to do impeachment? The honorable members that across the country that have no spine to do anything except where there's political pressure. But look, let's stay focused on what should happen here. First is that my friend on the other side is talking as if he was there. I saw the vehicle, I saw the movie, I saw the report that the governor came there with his vehicle, so that's clear. Whether, and by the way, the latest report is that the court in Kogi did not issue a blank order. Right. Now, we also heard the other aspect. Now, let's forget the drama. The order is no longer valid. Can the governor of Kogi State step forward in the dignity in which he carries himself?
The former governor.
Comes to Transcorp. I meet him here with broad shoulder, with confidence, with swagger. Let him just walk in there and say, you know what, I'm here. Look, and again, this is easy. We got Bob Briggs, whatever you call him or her, easily to the court. Is that not correct? And we got her fined. We got Kubana easily to the court, and we got him on bail, awaiting conviction and sentence, as the case might be. Why are we having problem with governors? Not just this governor, but several of them. They leave office. They want to have immunity perpetually. I think this is also where we need to rethink the whole idea of the only person who should have immunity in this country is the president and the vice president. The governors should not have immunity. In many countries in the world, there are no governors who have immunity. We see serving governors who are also, interdicted, who are also questioned. So the key point here is, will EFCC stay the course? Will there be a whole government coherence from the president to the attorney general, who has responsibility for justice administration? It doesn't matter whether it's today or tomorrow or next. That judgment has expired or will expire or be vacated. We want to see, a relentless pursuit of justice in this case. Okay, the drama can happen for 3 days or 4 days. Let there be no backdoor political, arrangement. Yeah. And by the way, I mean, my only colleague is trying to say, okay, court, but the idea is my party, often sounds to me irresponsible to some of our political leaders.
Let me ask both
of you,
It should
be more about justice and not about the party. Yeah. This is now criminal case. No, this is not PDP or APC or LP petitioning against a party leader. This is the same government that owns EFCC, that's in power, is prosecuted or even alleged. There's no prosecution here.
Dr. Sam Amadi, very quickly, now like to ask Jesutega the same question. Would you designate Yaya Bello's residence there on Benghazi Street a crime scene, considering what happened yesterday?
Well, it is. Look, elsewhere in the world, there'll be a red line, there'll be a yellow mark or something, condone that place off. What happened there was disorderly, was actually attack on EFCC. And again, the question is, how does the police structure these secondments? If police sends police officer, IG now, to different agencies, to government officials, do they have a code that they operate on? Or are they outsourced? Is it like a franchising? So you franchise one police to governor, former president, franchise one to EFCC, franchise one to DSS, and each time they fight in the court. There should be now a need to streamline and define the code of engagement. If EFCC is going to carry out an operation, there's no reason why the police that go for that operation will be rated by police from other departments or who are protecting the government. So that place is a crime scene for the purpose of saying there was attack against EFCC.
Let's let Jesutega give his closing moments so that we can call it a day here.
Well, what I would say is that I'm a lawyer, and we don't joke with court orders. If a court says you can't arrest somebody, however, whatever misgivings you have about that, you try to vacate that order. Now, if peradventure you decide to mobilize to a public place, as if you don't have any intelligence, as if they've not been monitoring former Governor Bello, and then they go, and even some of them were wearing bandana with skull, as if they were going to hunt down. Then even my learned friend, Kemi Pinero, SAN, was saying he's going to use army to hunt down who? What sort of nonsense is that? Hunt down who? Over what? Go and vacate the order, my friend. That's how the law works. We are lawyers, for God's sake. Even some Amadi, who is not, who is promoting the contrary opinion, he knows that the only remedy to a court order is to vacate it.
Yes, that's fair.
Simple.
Well, I think this will continue, and well, I'd like to thank you, gentlemen, for being such nice company on Newsnight. Onokpasa, Jesutega, and Dr. Sam Amadi, it's a delight, as always, speaking with you on the show.